there is a beautiful brain tattoo which you can implement right away. And it's basically that you will accept any kind of outcome in the upcoming situation. And so I will give you an example. Imagine that you are going to approach a girl. So you're doing cold approaching. And I know 3 things, for example, can happen. One is that she will ignore you completely. The second one is that she will reject you right away. Or the third one is that you will basically start a conversation and something will build up from that. And so there are 3 possible outcomes. And what this mindset basically means is that you will be accepting of all the outcomes. You won't be able to accept the first 2, that she will reject you or ignore you. No, you will accept all of them. And that way you will be able to reduce your overall stress and anxiety from that approach. Because literally whatever happens is fine by you. Like anything can happen and you will be fine. That's the beautiful part of this mindset. And so I believe it's something you should implement right away. But don't use it as an excuse, because it's a common practice I see, and I could also see it with myself, that you become accepting of all the outcomes. And so you, for example, you accept the fact that you will, I don't know, end up being poor, end up being broke. And so you have a reason, or you give yourself a reason to play games all day long, to eat junk food, to do all the instant gratification habits. And so, of course, be rational about this. Don't use it as an excuse, but it is a beautiful way how you can reduce your overall stress and anxiety. For example, when I had my school living exams, for you it could be any kind of exam or anything that basically stresses you. Become accepting of that overall situation. But what you have to do is to do or work as much as you possibly can, like put in 100% for the preparation. When we are talking about the test, go 100% in, prepare all the time, like study as hard as you can. And when this time comes for you to write the test or be orally examined, literally become accepting of all the possible outcomes that can arrive or arise from that situation. And that way you won't be stressed anymore, because even if you fail, you have already accepted that situation. Even if, I don't know what happens, you have already thought of that situation and you have accepted it. And so when you will arrive into your class, for example, and you will sit on your chair and prepare to write the test, you will be fully calm, because you have already accepted all the possible outcomes. So it's a absolutely wonderful mindset. And one thing which I thought I wouldn't really talk about in this video, but I still want to mention, is for you to do visualizations. It's another beautiful practice which you can combine with accepting all the outcomes. But in this case, you will imagine only the good outcome which you want or which you desire. Like in the case of the oral examination, it's something I have done because I had oral exams as my school living exams. And so I have imagined how I walked into the room, how I picked up the topic which I would talk about, and I would write the preparation for 20 minutes, and then how I would actually go through the examination. And I imagined how their faces would look, how I would be happy and smiling whilst I would begin leaving the room, saying goodbyes with them, thanking them. So I usually, when I do visualizations in the case of my examinations, I wasn't really imagining the process through the whole examination. I only imagined how it would look like whilst I would leave the room, so after the examination. And also I somewhat imagined the preparation, but not specifically like what kind of topic I want to pick up, because I think that would cause me problems. If I wouldn't pick that topic, I would begin to shake, I wouldn't know what to do. And so I would imagine something I can actually influence. So it's like I imagined my preparation paper, how I was filling it up completely from the top to the bottom. And so what that means is that I have enough information to fill that paper up. And so it would mean that my overall answer would be sufficient enough for me to pass my exams, since I have filled up the whole paper. And then, as I mentioned, I imagined the faces of my examiners, how they were smiling, that I was smiling, I was happy, and I was leaving that room with a smile on my face. So that I would literally see the outcome that will happen. And that way, when I was actually going into that room, I already knew that I have done this before. And what is funny is that it actually happened 3 times in a row. I had 3 examinations last week. I was talking about this that week in my 2 previous videos. I called it the Hell Week. But throughout the examinations, it was really funny because whenever I have done my visualization practice, literally the same thing happened afterwards. So it's absolutely wonderful. And I can say it really works because I have done it for 3 times in a row. And so definitely, if you combine the acceptance of any kind of outcome with visualizing the outcome which you desire, you will literally become unstoppable. And so if you have any questions, you can comment something down below. That way you will also boost the algorithm, so we will both earn something in return. And if you have found this video helpful and you want to learn something else, then you can watch this video next.